I would be very cautious about talking about black people who are enemies of black people as much as instead of really focusing on how black people are victimized by the system of racism, white supremacy, and black people are confused. In other words, we are not taught in school how to understand racism, white supremacy. We're not taught on the television how to understand racism, white supremacy. And it's just like the Attorney General, saying, people need to talk about racism, white supremacy, but they're still not talking about it, reluctant to talking about it, afraid to talk about it. So you have a lot of us who remain without understanding and knowledge of racism, white supremacy, and really confused about racism, white supremacy, and many people who are afraid to even think about thinking about racism, white supremacy. So black people are victims in racism, white supremacy, the way it programs us so that we hate ourselves and hate one another and are willing to fight and kill one another and be discourteous and disrespectful to one another. That's just one vulnerable person taking it out on another vulnerable person. And just like what I'm hearing the Attorney General say, we need to get the courage. Racism, white supremacy is the power structure and the power dynamic. And that's what people are afraid to face and to talk about and to think about. And so we need to all try to elevate our self-valuing, our self-respect. I say courage is a cousin of self-respect. Get your self-respect at a high enough level that your courage is also strengthened so that you can look at the power dynamic of racism, white supremacy. See, without even realizing it, people want to be validated by the system of racism, white supremacy. That's why in the area of religion, the system gave us the image of God as a white man. See, when people are confronted, they will say, well, that doesn't make any difference. Jesus could not have been from the part of the world around Egypt and been a white person. That's just impossible. Billy Graham even says Jesus could not have been white. You see, but this is what for hundreds of years black people have been programmed to look at a white man and say, this is the Son of God. That means God has to be a white man. And this is what black people are taught to bow down to and pray to the white image, ask the white image to save them, ask the white image to help them. And we have no idea how profound that thought system is in the middle of people's brain computers when people are black. And so, again, we just have to give ourselves a lot of understanding, give each other a lot of understanding, patience and respect, and beginning to try to look at this system and say this is the highest level of injustice that is practiced on this planet, and that it should be changed. It should be replaced with a system of justice where no one is mistreated, no one is allowed to be mistreated, and those who need the most help get the most help. And that we should ask for, ask ourselves to develop the strength to approach this reality and decide that we're going to do something to change it.